Hey Internet, what's up? This week we're going to be talking about how to handle a snake. Now, you might think, well, a snake, how hard is it to handle a snake? It's actually not that hard, but it's really easy to damage and injure the snake if you don't know how to handle it properly. In the human body, we have approximately 33 vertebrae and around 24 ribs. Snake is completely different. On the vertebrae end, they have approximately between 100 to 400 vertebrae and about 145 pairs of ribs. That equals 290 individual ribs that can break very easily. A lot of people think that, whenever you find a snake and you see it out whenever you're herping or whatever, you're just in your yard, you grab it by the tail, and they just hold it up and it's dangling and whipping around. Not really sure what that was. Whenever you find a snake, you don't want to grab it by the tail and hold it up because whenever you do that, the snake automatically is trying to get away, because in its mind it's like, holy crap, something's got me, I need to thrash around and try to get free. And in doing that, when you hold it up like that, it can just cause like whiplash and it can break its neck really easily. And then if you try to grab it and the snake's twisting around and everything else like that, then it can easily break those ribs or its vertebrae. Now if the snake breaks its back, it's going to die. Through a lot of trial and error, I've found out, at least to me, this is how you need to properly handle a snake. Whenever you find a snake and you grab it by the tail and you're wanting to tail it, then leave about 3/4 of the body on the ground. Don't dangle it up and leave it thrashing around. Now, for non-venomous snakes, pretty much what you want to do is just use your hands, make it like you're part of its environment. You're like a tree or something, to where you just guide it along. You don't want to ever grab it, because then the snake will freak out and start thrashing around, which is never good. But you just kind of want to let it glide through your hands real smooth like, and the snake will calm down a lot faster that way and not bite as much. Whereas if you just grab it, he's going to bite you a lot constantly, because he just he feels trapped. And that's never good. It adds a lot more stress on the snake, and it's just not good. For venomous snakes, I just wouldn't recommend handling a venomous snake at all. I do, just for like when I'm doing the videos and stuff for educational purposes, to kind of show it a little bit better. I wouldn't recommend. I've handled a lot of venomous snakes, but no matter how much experience you have with handling venomous snakes, whenever you handle a venomous snake, you are definitely putting a higher danger aspect in there, because you're handling something that could potentially kill you. A lot of people get the whole holding the snake by the tail and just going like this from Steve Irwin. Now, first off, just to go on record here, Steve Irwin never just held the snake up like that and was like, oh, look at that. No, he did what I said in the beginning part of the video. Left about 3/4 of the body on the ground and tailed it that way. Now, there were a lot of instances where you handled venomous snakes, he kind of free handled those, but in every single one of those videos he told you not to do that. Whenever you're holding a non-venomous snake, just remember to let it glide through your hand. Don't grip it, don't hold it up in the air like that. And venomous snakes, just avoid handling it. But if you're in an instance where, say, you want to get it off the road, ideally get 2 sticks to where you can just kind of scoot it along and get it off the road. One thing you never want to do when you're handling a snake is, and I see people want to do this all the time, even if it's a non-venomous species, is pin the head and grab it behind the neck. First off, the only reason you would ever need to do that would be for venomous snakes, and that's if you're milking them. That's it. There's no other purpose for doing that. It's stupid, and you can easily damage the snake that way when you're doing it like that. You can easily break that snake's neck, dislocate a jaw, you can really do some damage. So pinning a snake by the head and picking it up is the stupidest thing in the entire world and doesn't ever need to be done. It adds way more stress to the snake than what needs to be there, when there really doesn't need to be any stress on the snake at all. But whenever you go and you catch a snake, there's going to be a little bit of stress involved. That's a given. But it's up to you on how you handle it, on whether or not you escalate that stress level or you don't let there be that much stress by handling it. properly. Hopefully that helps you guys out if you're out herping and you see a snake and you know how now to properly handle a snake. At least in my opinion. There's a lot of people out there that differ in all their opinions and whatever, but in my opinion that's the way that a snake needs to be handled. Like I said, a non-venomous snake, let it slide through your hands. Don't grip it, don't hold it up in the air. Non-venomous snakes, just avoid handling them altogether. That's gonna do it for this week, guys. Hope you guys liked the video, hope it helped you out. If you did, like, favorite maybe, if you really liked it, definitely share it. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button real quick before you get out of here, and I'll give you a minute to do that. Alright, you should have done it by now. Alright, well, I will see you guys next week, and as always, be safe out there herping.